Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is November 25th, 2023, and this is my weekly market review, where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000 on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, as we all know the rule that we all know trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is actually suited for you. As I say, check your significance and your financial advisor. Make sure trading is something that is actually suited for you. All right, let's jump over here and take a quick look at the charts and see what we see on the Russell 2000. I'm actually looking at IWM at this time. I usually look at RUT. I sometimes look at the future contract, but today I'll be looking at IWM. As we can see, the Russell is one of these ones. It's a whole sideways thing. Looking at the big picture, you can see it better here on this weekly chart. You know, July to October, how this thing just kind of just goes up and down and goes. It hasn't been going anywhere. This is when people start asking me, well, I'm not making any money in my 401k. And then you ask them what they do. They have you invested in. Then you find out they got them invested in the Russell. And I say, yeah, you're not making any money, but you're not losing any money. So be happy about that at all. But let's go ahead and zoom on in here and take a quick look and see what's happening on the Russell. The Russell came down to a level where, you know, I expected it to, you know, this was the do or die level. You never know, because again, the bottom can drop out. But it came down here right down to our demand level where we had it at, and it did come shoot right back out of there. It went much lower than I had expected it. I was kind of expecting it to kind of hang out here in this area here and not coming down all the way down here and bounce back up. But if I'd have paid attention to my stochastic was steady drifting down and kind of going sideways. No real strength there at all, you know. But, you know, you want to be in the market, you get in the market, and then it comes to where you should get into the market and go long, and things pays off. But again, we're agreeing on the quarter right now. The stochastic is still pointing down, so the Russell is still the weakest one out there, in my opinion. It's not doing too much of anything. And looking at the Russell here on the monthly chart, the Russell on the monthly chart, as we can see, I'm going to just zoom in here for this year, it's still below the 10. Being below the 10, we still say it's bearish. Technically, it's bearish, but as we can see, this past month it has been very bullish, and it tried to get above that level again. The bad part about this month, these are quarterly pivots. The thing is, this quarter we started out below pivot, and we might stay below pivot. So the Russell might be one that never really breaks its high for the year but you can see the Russell going higher, maybe getting up into above 185, maybe 190, into this area and start hitting some of the supply up here even though on this time frame with the stochastic that I have on this chart, the stochastic is still just trying to turn around. And that's what I see. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the weekly chart and see what we see there. And the weekly chart, as I say, it's a pretty good picture here of how the Russell trades. This up, this down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But it went much further down this last time than what I expected. I was kind of because this thing back here and here, it was kind of going sideways here at this level, and you thought maybe it was creating a channel and getting ready to go back to the upside, but it ended up breaking that and ended up going down, 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 and came down here and did enough came below my little level here, enough to shake you out of your trades and then go back up. That's what happens in trading. You set yourself, you have your place where you get out. That's why, again, based on your trading plan, your trading strategies, don't like getting into this too much, but you set up these zones and where's your entry? Entry, stop, target. But where's your entry when you have zones set up like that? Again, But the Russell right now is back at a level right here. This little cluster that I'm looking at right here, and this little supply that you're going to have here in this area. But that's why I'm saying I can see the Russell based on this weekly chart. It might be able to get up here to 85. It might be able to get all the way up here to maybe a 190 and all. So that's what I see. Let me just zoom in here a little tighter. As you can see on the weekly, I have monthly pivots, and based on my monthly pivots, and we're at the end of the month, so we almost got here to an R2 level. So now coming next month, we're going to be opening above a pivot level, which in one of my rules, above pivot, stay above pivot. So, and I do look for it to go to an R1 level. So next month, it's highly likely it can reach this 185 level. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm saying it might be able to reach a 190 level. It may not reach it all the way to an R2 level, next month, but I definitely can see it coming up to maybe a 185 level and all, long as we keep making higher highs and higher lows and all. And that's all I really want. Well, let's go down to the daily chart. Again, all my analysis really is done on the higher time frame. On the daily chart is just the daily noise and see what was happening. As we can see, this thing is kind of making some kind of pattern here and all. I'm not into a lot of these patterns, but you got something hanging there, you got something hanging here. Which way is it going to break? A lot of times these things break to the bottom, to the top, but it can break to the bottom also. But that's what I see here on the daily thing. It's hanging out. Again, the stochastic is hanging out here at the top and all. So it's one of those things, if you're in it, good, you just kind of manage your trade. If you're not in it, you kind of maybe kind of late, or how you going to play it once it's up here. If you're going to play it to the downside, you're going to play it to the upside. Who knows? Again, when it's like this, it's kind of hard to call it until you get some confirmation on what the market is actually doing. And that's what I see here. Again, this is all I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys having a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.